Soccer, known as football outside North America, is the world's most popular sport, so it's no surprise that it found its way into video games. One of the first attempts to bring the thrill of the beautiful game to home consoles was Nintendo's Soccer for the NES. Released in 1985, this simple yet entertaining title helped lay the foundation for the sports genre in gaming. Soccer was developed during a time when Nintendo was rapidly expanding its library for the NES, Famicom in Japan. The goal was to create straightforward, accessible games that could be enjoyed by players of all ages. Sports games like tennis, baseball, and soccer were designed to appeal to a broad audience, including those who might not have been traditional gamers. The game was developed by Nintendo R&D1, one of the company's main development teams. Guided by Gunpei Yokoi, a key figure behind the Game Boy and Metroid series, the team worked to ensure it was easy to pick up while offering a fun multiplayer experience. For 1985, Soccer showcased a surprising level of authenticity. While its graphics and mechanics are primitive by today's standards, the game captured the essence of soccer with its focus on scoring goals, managing passes, and defending against opponents. Nintendo was beginning to explore how gameplay could simulate real-world sports while still embracing arcade-like simplicity. As expected with a sports game, it has no narrative in the traditional sense. The story lies in the player's journey to victory, whether it's winning a match against the CPU or defeating a friend in multiplayer mode. The lack of a storyline is offset by the competitive nature of the game, which encourages players to test their skills and improve their performance. Players control a team of athletes competing in a match of soccer. The goal is simple: outscore your opponent within the match's time limit. Players can pass, shoot, and defend using the NES controller's two-button layout, making the game easy to understand for newcomers. Single-player mode, players can face off against the computer AI, which offers a range of difficulty levels. Two-player mode, one of the highlights of the game, this mode allows friends to compete head-to-head. Customizable match settings. Players can adjust the game length, 15, 30, or 45 minutes, and select one of 7 national teams to represent. The game includes 7 playable national teams: Brazil, Germany, Spain, England, France, Japan, and the USA. While the differences between these teams are purely cosmetic, the inclusion of real-world nations added an element of immersion. The AI is relatively basic, but it still provides a challenge. Players must balance offense and defense, time their passes effectively, and aim carefully to score goals. Despite its simplicity, it encourages strategic thinking, as careless moves can quickly lead to conceding goals. The graphics are minimalist but effective for the time. The players are small sprites that are color-coded to distinguish teams, and the field is a green expanse with clear boundary lines. The game features a simple top-down perspective that gives players a clear view of the action. Soccer was part of the NES's original lineup of games when the console launched in North America in 1985. Alongside other titles like Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt, it helped introduce players to the NES experience. The music was composed by Koji Kondo, the legendary composer behind iconic soundtracks for Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda. While the music in Soccer is simple, it showcases Kondo's early work and his ability to create catchy, memorable tunes. Soccer paved the way for more sophisticated soccer games, including Nintendo's later efforts with titles like International Superstar Soccer. The foundations of soccer, team selection, time limits, and basic gameplay mechanics remain staples of the genre. In Japan, the game was also released for the Famicom Disk System, featuring slightly improved sound quality due to the disk system's enhanced audio capabilities. Though it may not be as well remembered as Nintendo's other early sports titles, it holds a significant place in the company's history as one of its first forays into competitive multiplayer gaming. The two-player mode set the stage for future NES hits that emphasized head-to-head competition. Soccer for the NES may seem basic by today's standards, but it represents an important moment in the history of sports video games. It offered an accessible introduction to soccer for gamers in the 1980s, combining simple mechanics with a competitive spirit that encouraged countless multiplayer battles. Whether you're a retro gaming enthusiast or just curious about the origins of sports games, Soccer is a title worth revisiting. It's a reminder of how far gaming has come while showcasing the timeless appeal of Nintendo's early efforts. What are your memories of playing soccer on the NES? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more gaming history content.